called Jess and I'm a GP.
And I'm called Nick and I'm a professor here at the university in Oxford.
How did you get involved in the gamelan in the first place?
Shall I go first? Well, so I've always been very interested in music, although I'm not a professor of music, I'm a scientist in fact. But I've always been very interested in music, and particularly in modern Western music. And so there are lots of influences, you know, Debussy, Britten and so on, people influenced by gamelan, Western musicians. And so I was a student in Cambridge, and a friend of mine was in the music faculty, and they came to see me one day and said, "Did you know that there's going to be a gamelan arriving in the university, and why don't you come along and have a look at it?" So I went along to have a look, and then discovered that there were people were going to start classes in learning how to play, so I thought I'd go along. I never imagined that I'd then carry on doing it for the rest of my life, but so that was how I started doing it.
Yeah, I went to Indonesia when I was 17, to Java and then to Bali, and went to listen to quite a few gamelan performances. And then I guess when I went to Cambridge, I heard that there was this gamelan, and I've never, I like singing, but I can't read music, Western music, and I've never been in an orchestra or anything like that, and somehow being at university I thought, well, this is time to try out new things, and nobody else knows how to play it either, so probably we'd start from the same base point. And it was very nice actually when I went along to find there was a kind of mixture of people, some from the university and just some normal people who weren't students and stuff, and I really liked that kind of mixture as well. And I think gamelan kind of seems to attract quite kind of open-minded people, so there's a lovely guy called, we used to call him Pack Dave, I don't know, Dave Posnett, who was the guy who taught the gamelan there. That was Dave, wasn't it? And Adrian Lee used to come up, who plays in London now, or he composes now. And yeah, various people who came from York Gamelan, and all sorts of people came, really, didn't they? And we went on from there, really, didn't we? Yeah.
How do you feel when you are playing gamelan with other people in the group?
Well, I enjoy it. I don't know what to say. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it, and I do enjoy it very much. And for me, it's something that I can do that's completely different to what I do in the rest of my working life, and so, or the rest of my life, totally. And so it's a time when I can just switch off from everything else, and I can do something that I can just immerse myself in, that I love doing. And but the social aspect of it's very important as well. It's a community of people that I can meet and that I know. It's nothing to do with work, and it's like an extended group of people. Extended, it's not family. It's different to family, but it has definite social function anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
I feel that I wish I could play it better, is how I really feel when I'm playing with other people. Because when we left Cambridge, then we didn't play for a while. Well, you played in America, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
And then we were living together in Norwich, and we actually started a community gamelan where Nick went and learned to do the kandan, didn't you? Not very well. And well, whatever. And I was the kind of administrator person, and we went on till I was quite pregnant with Alice when we did our last concert, and then we didn't play until we came to Oxford. So the children were, I guess, 12 and 10 or something like that. And they'd never played till we came here, so they've only been playing for 3 years. And I'm both proud and completely annoyed that they are so much, they're just sort of natural at it, aren't they? I mean, it's partly because the way Pete's taught them, I think. He's taught them very much with a kind of oral tradition, and they do have a background of Western music, so they sort of understand, they get music somehow. So yes, I kind of feel myself, personally, like, I wish I could remember the notes and I didn't have to look at the notation all the time and all that kind of stuff.
Any other special experience since you've been playing gamelan that you would like to tell us?
Well, I think as Jessie just said, I spent 3 years in the US in California, and I was in Berkeley at that time, and I learnt with a guy called Pak Jokro. I think he's quite famous. Well, I know he's quite famous. Javanese gamelan player, and learning with him was a really important experience for me. I loved it, and I think he's definitely influenced the way in which I play, So. Yeah.
How does gamelan affect your life?
How does gamelan affect my life's been?
It's taken over your sitting room.
It has indeed.
That's
taken
true,
over the
actually.
sitting room.
We're currently storing
Pelog in our back
the
sitting room.
Pelog sort of sister set to the one that we're playing today, that's owned by Isabelle Carré, but she's in France at the moment, so we're kind of looking after her gamelan while she's away. So it's taking up a lot of space in our living room. It's certainly true. How does it affect our lives? Well, I think it's just a lovely thing to do. In the way that I talked about earlier on, it's something that, for me anyway, that we do that's sort of outside of the normal working day, and something to look forward to on a Wednesday evening. And
but it's a kind of community stuff too,
and
isn't
that
it?
too,
Because
yes,
we moved to Oxford 3 years ago, and we didn't know that many people here, and somehow you just find a group of people that you get on with, and it's nice that actually it's very nice that it's not work people or school people or whatever, but it's just another whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's very good like that.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to add?
I guess for me though, we had a gamelan at our wedding, and that was very important to me.
Yeah.
So and Adrian organised that for us, and I'm very grateful to him for doing that.
Yeah.
So it's quite a big thing, and he doesn't come across as a natural organiser, and suddenly it just all happened. So that was a wonderful thing for us. Yeah.
That's great. Anything else?
I can't think of anything else right now.
You didn't have one in your honeymoon?
No, we went to Ireland. They do have
yeah.
gamelan there now, but at the time it was there was one in Belfast, I reckon, but we didn't get to Belfast.
Yeah.
So.
I think one thing I do regret actually is that they played for us. What's that great big Gending Bono? Is it Barbalaya? Is that the one? Yeah. So we asked them to play Barbalaya for our wedding, and it was a great performance, and we couldn't. Well, we could hear it in the background, and we were drinking our drinks and stuff. And what I was feeling really good about was the fact that we knew we had a recording machine that was recording this performance. And what, of course, we didn't know was that nobody bothered to check whether the batteries had enough power in them. And so we got the first 2 minutes of Barbalaya, and then it just faded away. so we lost it.